Hello everyone and welcome back to this channel. I'm delighted to say that restrictions have lifted and in Scotland we are now able to travel for non-essential purposes on public transport once again. So as a result of this, I'm going to be taking you on a trip down the water to Wemyss Bay. So here is the route taken by the train, and we will be going through some stations like Hillington East for example, but we will be stopping today at Paisley Gilmer Street, Bishopton, Port Glasgow, Windhill, Drumfischer, Branston, Invergordon, and then finally on to our destination at Wemyss Bay. The whole journey will take around 50 minutes. As usual, I'll give you some context around each station as we pass, whether we stop or not. Now before we do anything else, I do want to apologise for any bad language you might hear during the first part of this trip up to Paisley Gilmer Street. A particularly loud group, as you can probably hear, came on at Glasgow Central, and as you will see at Paisley I decided to up sticks and move to the next carriage in order to have a slightly quieter journey. Also, if you would be kind enough to like this video as well as considering subscribing, I would be very grateful. Okay, enough of me talking for now, let's get on with the journey. So our first pass-by of the day will be Cardonald Station. This opened as Moss Road in 1843 but closed just 2 years later. It was then reopened and renamed to Cardonald in 1879. In the 2019-20 passenger stats, this station served 240,000 passengers. This was down from the previous year where it had 251,000 passengers. Now, almost immediately we will be hitting upon Hillington East. This is a station that opened in March of 1934. It was originally named just Hillington until renamed in April 1940. In 2019-20 it served 274,000 passengers, down slightly on the year before where it had 279,000 passengers. And so quickly we come to Hillington West. This opened in April 1940 and it originally took over the name Hillington from Hillington East but was renamed in March 1952. In 2019-20 it served 302,000 passengers. This was up on the year before where it served 294,000.
We are now approaching Paisley Gilmore Street. Change here for stations to Ayr, Ardrossan and Largs, and the bus link to Glasgow Airport. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
So here we are arriving at Paisley Gilmore Street. I'm very happy to say it will get quieter from now on in. The station was originally opened in July 1840 as part of the Glasgow, Paisley, Kilmarnock and Ayr line and was electrified in 1967. The station was also extended in 1986 where it was upgraded from 2 to 4 platforms. This is an important station strategically for Scotrail and for Glasgow Airport given its closeness, and the buses run regularly between them both. In 2019-20 the station served 3,908,000 passengers, down on the previous year where it served just over 4 million passengers. So we're coming up to Paisley St James's Station. We will not be stopping here. The lesser of the two known Paisley stations, this is a little busier on days where St Mirren Football Club play, as their stadium is just across the road. This is actually the closest station to Glasgow Airport, but Gilmore Street is preferred due to it being closer to the town centre. There were plans a few years ago to build a Glasgow Airport rail link, or GARL as it was known, but this was dismissed by the Scottish Government and would have become a major hub at that point. In 2019-20 it served 78,506 passengers. This was up on the year before where it served 73,330 passengers.
no, digo, pero lo bueno es que yo me estaba calentando y los demás estaban enfriando. Es que había que calentarse y enfriarse, pero bueno. Y es súper bueno.
Ya.
¿Qué pasaba? Estoy emocionándome.
Sí, y qué guay, en la isla y así va a ser guay, porque vamos a ver como el mar, igual por las islas, ¿sabes? Muy bonito, pero es que aquí cambia mogollón, o sea, es súper feo, súper bonito.
Pero tía, hoy hace bueno, estoy muy contenta.
Sí, si quieres, tengo que decir esto.
¡Mira! ¿Y estos? Estos son los... Este es el kefi. Estos son los ojos. ¡Ah, qué buena! Son estos los ojos. No sabía que los ponían. Qué graciosos.
Menos mal que ponen una cosa que si no sé la foto de él, como de champaña.
No, es que estos son los ojos, sí. Qué buena. Yo creo que es estos ojos. En un lago de aquí de Glasgow y no se puede. Porque hace frío y necesita el calor. Yo creo que no se recogerían aquí. ¿Dónde está el baño? ¿Está muy lejos?
No, justo nada, pasando esa puerta, ahí lo verás a la derecha. Sí.
We are now approaching Bishopton.
So we've now arrived at Bishopton. This serves the town of the same name in Renfrewshire. This station opened in March 1941. In 2019-20 the station served 783,000 passengers. This was up by 36,000 passengers on the year before. So we're just now going to pass by Langbank. This serves the village of the same name in Renfrewshire. The station opened in March 1841 under the name Langbank, which was 2 words, but was changed to being just 1 word in May 1853. In 2019-20 it serves 73,938 passengers, up by over 9,000 on the year before. And now we're just going to pass by the station of Woodhall. This station serves the eastern part of the town of Port Glasgow. In 2019-20 it served 42,996 passengers. This was down by around 2,500 passengers from the year before.
We are now approaching Port Glasgow. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
Antes de venir aquí, bueno, hace 3 años así, estuve en el Museo Marítimo de Bilbao, ¿sabes? Y tenían míticas maquetas de barcos tipo históricos que pues habían zarpado del puerto de Bilbao o habían tenido alguna conexión o cosas así. Tenían muchos de esos barcos, de esas maquetas, que ponía abajo como Built in Glasgow, a 1890 o Glasgow, Greenock, Port Glasgow, bueno, toda esta zona, sí.
So here we are arrived at Port Glasgow. This station was opened in March 1841 and serves the town of the same name. This is the only intermediate station where all passenger services going from and to both Gourock and Wemyss Bay stop. In the 1970s and early 80s, the station served as a container terminal, but this was officially closed in 1991. In 2019-20, the station served 518,000 passengers, but was down on the year before where it served 541,000 passengers.
Entonces las empresas básicamente compraban barcos que se lo hacían a veces en Sestao o se hacían en cualquier otra parte del mundo y se ve que muchos se hacían aquí.
Oye, pues me gusta cómo se ven esas montañitas ahí entre esas colinas.
Sí, mucho.
Igual podemos bajarnos y dar una vuelta así. Un Tesco Express. Ah, no, extra.
Oh, extra es de los grandes.
De los grandes. Es como el de México. Creo que ese es extra. Pues que es el tren no se ve bien.
Ay, pues la próxima, tía, de haberlo sabido, otra opción era haber cogido el siguiente tren que pasaba por aquí. O sea, si el tren se a una hora, igual había más trenes locales y bajarlo.
Bajar aquí, coger este luego.
Now at this point we are on Bay Junction. This is where the line splits, so on the left hand side as we are going, this will go down to Wemyss Bay, and on the right hand side it will go down to the likes of Greenock and to Gourock.
Se ve como ahora que está haciendo bueno. Lo bueno es que ahora que está haciendo bueno se ve, porque si hace malo
We are now approaching Windhill.
Y eso de Woodhall también creo que va a ser bonito.
seguramente si es así de... Lo que pasa es que no nos da tiempo a ver nada, ¿no? De ahí coger el ferry ya. Será la vuelta, vamos viendo cómo vamos de tiempo. Y si nos ha gustado podemos dar una vuelta. Porque igual la isla nos la vemos,
So here we are at Windhill Station. This is a station on the eastern part of Greenock. Opened in 1990, is one of the newer stations on the line, which was constructed by British Rail. In the 2019-20 passenger stats, it served 40,612 passengers. This was down on the year before, where it served 41,606 passengers.
ver, mami. Dale algo, diga. Pues sí, cuando voy a ver a mi amiga a Gran Canarias es como... Me lo esperaba más exótico todavía, ¿eh? Pues que Gran Canaria no es la
We are now approaching Drumfischer.
Pero, por ejemplo, cuando estuvo en la Gomera, muy isla, muy suya, ¿no? Es muy diferente, es muy diferente. O sea, sí me gusta. Y también estaba en Tenerife, Tenerife también me gusta. Gran Canaria sí que está bien, porque mezcla las dos cosas. Entonces, cuando estuve allí un mes y pico, pues es como la isla que escogería para vivir, entre comillas, ¿sabes? Porque tiene de todo, tienes la gran ciudad, que tienes de todo y vives cómodamente, y luego puedes cogerte un bus.
So here we are now at Drumfischer Station. This is the newest station on the line and serves southwest Greenock, and I would urge you to look for the panoramic views upon exiting the station, which are fantastic. The station is also on the site of the Greenock rail accident of 1994, where a train derailed and smashed into a bridge after concrete blocks were deliberately left on the line by vandals. Sadly, the driver and the passenger lost their lives that day. Following this, 2 teenagers were tried and found guilty of culpable homicide, which in Scotland is similar to manslaughter, and were sentenced to 15 years in prison. In 2019-20, the station served 67,642 passengers. This was down by approximately 6,000 passengers from the year before.
Sorry. Not you. I just want to help.
En Canarias está bien, pero no es de lo más salvaje, pero también tiene zonas salvajes, o sea, también tiene zonas... A ver si ahora puedo.
Monkey business. You like him? See your friend? Drink one, please. Drink one, please.
Qué bonito esto, también ya. Muy bonito.
Con el sol, es verdad, nos parece
Todo es
bonito.
bonito, ¿verdad? Ya, es verdad. Es que se extraña feo. Les parece todo hermoso.
Going in the train.
Tiene la esperanza de poder ir a visitar una cosa. No, bueno, va bien, o sea, de varios sensores, estamos en una isla,
We are now approaching Branston. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
Idea for use on the cheese.
Para las grietas de los nipples. Del frío, Batman. Te agrietan los nipples con Do you want a...
Still in the southwest of Greenock, we next come to Branston Station. This was opened in 1967, and in 2019-20 this served 107,000 passengers, down by around 4,000 on the year before.
Next stop is Invergordon.
Oh, cutie pie. Oh, kiss in your face. I don't have any white wipes, but
Pues la gente que había en el tren anterior y la gente que había desde el tren, creo que la isla...
do you want the candy? A whole bag of candy, yes. Oh, really, baby?
Con las chicas casi
Qué bien. ¿Te dejo blanco? Pues sí, la verdad que todo se ve hermoso con el... Me parece bonito. Sí que saben cómo agradecerte el día de San. Porque como lo ven tan poco, cuando sales, están como... Sin embargo, en España es como, por fin hace sol, bueno, ya está bien. Y aquí es como, oh, señor, hace sol.
Yo me voy a proponer dejarme de beber alcohol totalmente.
¿Ven, Bebión? ¿Bien?
Es que ya ni una cerveza no me sienta bien.
Give me a hand. Next one.
Voy a pedir una cocina.
Dime esta. Sí, el alcohol también.
A ver si nos pasa y vas a
So here we are going through the station known as IBM. This was a station that opened up in 1978 to serve at the time the IBM computer processing plant, which sadly is not there now. At the time, it employed over 4,000 people, and originally the station was not advertised and only stopped for peak time trains. In 2018, Scotrail decided to suspend its service to the station due to low numbers and antisocial behaviour. The last figures for the station is the 2018-19 passenger survey, where it recorded just 506 passengers, and to give you a comparison, in 2014-15 the survey recorded 47,000 passengers.
High five! High ten! High ten! 10! You're five. Not 10. He says not 10. Five.
Más. Pero me dijo que, por ejemplo, si tomaba una caña o dos que estaba bien. Que eso podía.
There you go. Sorry about that.
tomar eso. Sí, no,
Sorry. I didn't have
Pues,
it.
we're talking about días a tomar algo del trabajo, después del trabajo.
Bah.
Entonces,
Bah.
más sin alcohol.
Ya no sé, padre. Yeah, but it's dry. How am I supposed to do it with a dry one?
Pero no, teniendo es lo que tienes el padre, tía, tienes que hacer el pollo.
I was supposed to take a package, but I couldn't find a package. That won't work. It's only gonna hurt. That's disgusting. Just... Oh, someone wants candy. Nom, 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 nom. So cute.
No, que se cae.
Yum, 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 yum.
No debe comer. Pero así está.
Can't believe how big you're getting.
Me he cogido por todas partes. Se ha agarrado
I can do it. She just starts crying. That's why I don't like it.
Sí, bueno, pero no. Sí, hace caso.
You're telling me you want to drop it. I found it. Chocolate is mommy's. You ate your chocolate yesterday,
Now
right?
approaching Invergordon.
You ate his chocolate. That was something you want for him.
Y hubo un momento que Joana dijo, estoy buscando lo de las manos. Para que se había perdido el suyo, no sé qué. Y después estaba hablando con Iker, no sé qué.
To be fair, after dinner yesterday,
Interrumpiéndole.
didn't want to start. I told you I filled his bowl, and I expected not even to eat half. Hey, I didn't even expect him to eat half. He ate the whole bowl. You ate the whole bowl, didn't you? No wonder you didn't want them chocolate after
Igual
all.
somos en general las mujeres que somos así, ¿eh? Igual a nosotros también nos pasa, no nos damos cuenta.
So here we are at the last intermediate stop on the line, which is Inverkip, and this serves the village of Inverkip in Renfrewshire. The station was opened in 1865 and was modified in 2012 to include the build of a new footbridge and integrated lift, and is one of just a few stations in Scotland to have such a facility at an unmanned station. In 2019-20 it served 104,494 passengers, and this was slightly down by around 2,200 passengers on the year before.
Porque es que es una cosa pero no se suele pero como que tiene que hacerlo lo hace. Es como un chico correcto, ya sabes.
Porque los porque de
David es como el más
It is, yeah. It has to be.
Sí, que también.
One of my favorites. Pero
Pero digo de nosotros, de los jóvenes.
Yo tengo 37, ¿sabes?
everything for
Ya, yo creía que tenía dos más que yo, solo digo.
No, tiene fashion.
Ya,
Pero cuando 37, sí.
They're expensive now.
Tiene 10 años.
I told all my friends about it. This big box of clothes. Because everything was a fiber. And me coming direct from Sweden, that was a good price.
Nosotros sus jóvenes.
Yeah, but
Más formales. Puede ser. Seguramente todos somos formales separadamente.
Take the window.
Sí, yo creo que sí. Si le coges a eso, ¿no? A ver si la juntas con una. Ya.
I still like the train, but he's just sitting there happily.
Se compone con sus amigos, a ver cómo se comporta. O sea, ahí es cuando lo ves. Ahí es cuando tiene la gracia. Porque yo me acuerdo, por ejemplo, el año pasado hubo dos partes, dos fiestas
You want to sit my knee?
con Nacho.
Oh, you were leaving on that today. Sorry, I didn't know you were leaving on it.
Por lo demás hemos estado siempre juntos, o sea, solos nosotros dos.
Is it better?
Y por
Is it better, you see
esta
that?
niña
What's
yo
mine?
y estos salieron a jugar su porro. Bueno, yo le había dicho a Nacho pues, que me iba a
No, you can see out. Pick that.
obviamente que a mí me da igual, pero vamos, que si llegas a llegar a
Oh, wow. Wow.
vino me parece una droga,
I don't know if I can
me
relate.
parece para mí,
Charlie, if you want to sit in my knee or if you want to sit in
para
my
mí, luego cada uno, pues si no me considera que da igual, pero a mí, porque no me parece bien que se esté metiendo mierda al cuerpo, y bien está mal. O sea, si quieres ponerte tonto, pues
No, I
no
know.
tienes acceso a la universidad, la verdad.
Yeah.
Entonces esto se lo había contado, y de hecho me dijo que algún día podía haber probado también la coca, y pues, vale.
You want to sit in
Eso
your
creo que le puede hablar.
Pues you can. Vamos a
De dejar de hablar esa noche y todo. Por ejemplo, esa noche no salió a fumar porros, o sea que le habían dicho 3 o 4 meses. Yo estuve ahí pendiente de a ver si va. Y luego no salió. Y luego
Mommy, stay off my feet.
se portó súper bien.
Stay off my feet for me.
Guay, acento, todo
Kicking me away.
La última
Oh, it's right. Yes, yes, yes.
baila con sus amigos, todo. Yo no esperaba que estuviera.
Oh, yeah.
Tampoco bebió mucho. Luego se quedó en tu casa, digo, no quiero llevar nada. Por favor.
So now we come to the last station on the line, but for me the best station in Scotland. Wemyss was opened in 1865 and the station was redesigned by James Miller in 1903 for its use on the Caledonian Railway and is stunning in its glass and steel curves. The station was refurbished in 2014 and I would highly recommend looking at the old British Rail posters at the entrance to the station, which are absolutely amazing. The station also serves as a terminus for the ferry to Rothesay in the Isle of Bute, and this is something I will be showcasing to you in my next video.
You really think that this is a monkey and it's really going up like that? Oh, we gotta go now.
So I'm going to take my leave of you now. Thank you for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you very soon for a new video. Until then, stay safe.
Going once more later, okay? You can bring the train one more time.
Pero ya por tu salud, no por mí, a mí me da igual, obviamente. Es por ti. ¿Es este?
Sí, sí, yay! Where's Monkey? Where's the monkey business?
Pues eso, no sé. Y todos como que en el flash todos acabaron bastante perjudicados.
Yay!
Y yo decía, joder, chico, no sé, si las putas tan mal. No ve bastante, ¿no? Es un auto de control. Pero bueno.